I am the meal.
I am the meal. I'm
crazy.
Feasted upon.
Ridiculous.
Right,
No, that is kind of true. I'll give that up. But
got
anyway.
Landon on loser side. But look, if I've seen Landon do anything before, it's take 2 L's, put them together, and make a W. And I think that might be what happens.
Think about it, though, too. Landon L. Uh-oh.
There are 2 L's.
Uh-oh. It's about to get scary, I think.
Hunter has no L's in his name, but also no W's, which is kind of a neutral vibe.
Yeah.
Look at this ledge play, man. It's so Landon Hunter.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. The things that these two do with these characters, it's like I'm watching Rivals 3.
Rivals 3! That's crazy. They're, I think they actually made a new game specifically for these two. I think you're right.
Yes, 100%. Because I don't think Clairen's frame data usually works like that.
No, I think Landon's just different.
Yeah,
I think both of these two are cheating, but since they're both cheating, it's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
I like that.
Yeah, it's like taking like every hacker in like Warzone and putting them on their own server.
Yeah, right. Like there's no, it's just equivalent at that point, right?
Yeah, like
awesome.
it's skill based, just in a different way.
Yeah.
We see things evened up here.
We sure do.
Merchant's kind of an interesting pick here because, like, I'm not a Clairen player, but I'm always nervous going to Merchant against Maypul because it just gives her so much space.
Yeah, right. It's so much space, and it's also just so many advantageous places to put Lily, like with the platform there. But
100%. Because I think Upstrong hits those top platforms too. So
yeah.
Like,
I will tell you though, recently. Landon does agree with you. I've talked to him about it. That this stage is very good for Maypul, but Landon has been very willing to leave it open recently.
Huh.
So
do we know what he banned?
I did not pay attention, but sure wasn't Merchant Port. But yeah, like for game ones recently, Landon has been very willing to leave Merchant Port open, which I guess just kind of shows. It maybe shows that it's like more of like a player versus player thing. That's nasty.
Yeah,
that's just ridiculous. Like this is the kind of thing I was talking about where I was like, yeah, Hunter's gotten so good at edgeguarding this character.
It's insane.
Like, okay.
And Maypul, I don't know, Maypul requires like actual precision too. Like this shit is not easy.
No, it's not.
Ooh, that up there was almost, oh my God.
Oh, no.
That just killed straight up?
Yeah, wow. I think maybe Hunter got caught a little bit there because
100%.
Going hard in there is a little tricky, but
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things in this game where it's, you know, it's kind of like a fork in the road that goes 3 ways.
You can't, this is not a game where you can expect to get every single DI 50-50 right ever.
No, which is kind of the cool part because it becomes such a player thing where it's like, would Landon down strong me here?
Well, yes, but Landon would also F smash, so that's tough, I guess.
How does Landon feel today?
Yeah. And Hunter gonna find his way into game 1, finding the up B off the wrap there. And
we're kind of locked in.
Let's watch these bans here. I'm kind of interested. So Rockwall is banned, and so is Delta.
Godai, huh? I get Rockwall, but what's your logic here, Landon? Or Hunter, I guess. I don't know why Maypul would ban Godai. I guess it's just the platforms aren't as advantageous as some other stages.
That might be part of it, yeah. Julesville is a stage that these two end up on a lot, though. Like, a lot.
That kind of makes sense.
It's usually at least 1 game a set here, if not more.
Yeah, oh, interesting. Julesville, I feel like Julesville is, I mean, it's probably one of the... It's not like Godai in terms of how neutral it is, but it is, like, basically, like, it's neutral enough that I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah, which I guess is kind of... That's probably why they end up here so often.
Yeah. So much coverage with just if the neutral B fails, like the forwarder comes out like immediately.
Something else it might be, speaking of which, now that you mention it, I'm thinking about this. It might also be that Hunter just thinks all of the other stages are so polarized that he wants to ban Godai to avoid like being neutral.
Yeah, that's kind of true actually.
That could be it. I don't know if Maypul has like is that good on that many stages, which I mean Maypul's a great character, so maybe. But
yeah.
Maybe I'm losing my mind. That's definitely possible, but
I feel like I watched Hunter like do a magic spell a second ago, man.
We watched Hunter get away with something there that is not right.
I love good Maypul, dude.
Yeah.
I love good Maypul. Landon's usage of the Nair is really interesting because it's, I don't know, I feel like with so many Clairens, I see Nair as an approach tool.
Yeah.
And with Landon, that's not always the case. It's kind of just like I'm going to turn myself into a hitbox, and you can challenge it if you want. But I'll be here, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like,
Ooh, almost huge.
yeah, I mean, Landon did such a good job of finding that second grab. Just a shame you're not quite able to convert, but...
Yeah, Landon is hungry for a down smash today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that... I'm actually kind of surprised that's still tipped, but...
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Yeah.
Oof.
Either way, oh god.
Very aggressive tether.
Nair is so nasty. Like...
It's just that straight horizontal angle.
Yeah.
If it takes your jump, it's oof.
Well, it's good against Clairen, too, just because of how... Clairen's recovery is very good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but... It's just the fact that it can be linear at times, right?
Yes.
And meaning you're going to be in the same spots a lot, and Nair is really, really good at putting itself out in those specific spots, right?
100%.
Like right by the ledge, right down where the side B wall jump happens. It's really good at covering both of those areas.
Yeah, and it has that like fleet Nair thing going on with it, where it's like no matter which hitbox you get hit by, it's still extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it's almost as worrying to get hit by the weak one as the strong one.
Yeah, because if you get hit by the weak one, you have to, or even the strong one at lower percents, you have to worry about like might be a forward air coming my way too, and that might be that's an even nastier angle than just Nair, right?
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful with the resources here. But I mean, we've seen some kind of crazy like recovery mix-ups from Landon here, and even just the way that he it's not flanking really as much as just playing around the ledge, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like his usage of neutral B and that kind of stuff around the ledge is very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's kind of just come down to like these are adaptations you have to make at a certain point when somebody gets this good at like finding off-stage plays, right?
Yeah.
At a certain point, you kind of just have to start doing things that are unexpected, like even for you, you know. But
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's crazy how quickly the aggression comes out, man.
Yeah.
It's like my dad when I was a kid. So we're on last hit here.
Anyway, Landon gonna clean that game up. We're gonna go to 1-1.
He wanted that down strong for so long.
Yeah, and I didn't want you to say what you said, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad is actually very nice.
I really hope like this is happening. That's all I'm gonna say.
My dad is a nice guy.
He's a nice guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I was not abused as a child.
I'm glad that you're not trauma dumping on my I Mean Wisely stream.
No, yeah. Wisely would understand.
Would he?
It's better than the it's better than the gamblewisely.bets bit.
You know what?
It's better than the alternative.
That's true, I guess. Oh my god.
I don't know. I do have a soft spot for like that old like Coney TK Breezy type banter on comms, but I feel like the era has kind of passed.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also the kind of thing where
because you can banter on comms, but like it doesn't have to be like, you know, I don't know, 2006 like poorly imitated Dave Chappelle type comedy.
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
There was a time and a place for it.
Yeah, the other thing too though is you have to be. I feel like where at this local specifically, like where I stand, it's like, well, I'm trying to be more reserved with what I say because I know I'm basically like
we are borrowing.
It's a privilege to be able to use the stream, right?
For sure.
But at the same time, I ran IGF.
Yeah, I haven't.
So,
it's not like I watch the IGF stream every week, but I don't think I saw many clips where the commentary was normal.
The commentary was never good, I don't think, there.
Well,
one single time.
It depends what you mean by good.
Oh, it was peak a lot, but it wasn't good.
It was so Minnesota.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like WWE.
Have you seen that clip from IGF of? It's I don't remember what it was. If it was amateur bracket or main bracket, but Violet breaks Gus's shield.
I don't think I've seen this one.
Gus like sets his controller down and gets up because he's mad. Violet jabs him and he runs in the player cam back to the setup. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'll find it and show you after we're done here. But
you want to hop on Robot? because you can, man. Like, Wisely is going to take my ass off the air eventually.
That's
and
true.
honestly, yeah, I kind of wouldn't blame him in my case. Nice tether nair there. That's kind of the classic.
All right, well.
It's always an interesting dilemma in commentary where, like, when you talk about character-specific stuff, because it's like, nothing I know about Maypul is really on par with what Hunter knows about Maypul.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
You know, there's a certain amount of, like, understanding the general theory, but it's like...
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think it's helpful still.
For sure.
Just because of, like, a whole know your audience kind of thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, there's a dynamic between these characters that you can kind of see even if you're not an expert.
No, I agree. But speaking of interesting dynamics, that neutral B mix-up you're talking about, I think it's literally just because the hitbox comes out at a different time than wall jump back air does.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That's interesting. Yeah. Like, it's just faster, I think. Like, if you double tap it to just release it immediately.
Yeah. Ooh, good tether from Hunter there, but we are right back at the ledge.
Yeah.
It's like no other part of the stage exists.
Yep.
Yeah, that last hit in there.
So nasty, that last hit in there. It's not... It's actually crazy how much mileage like Landon gets out of that specific hitbox of Nair.
100%. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I've seen Landon post the picture of that hitbox in the Discord at least 3 or 4 times, and like
it kind of scares me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's a different image every time, which means like he's going into training mode and screenshotting it uniquely on like a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I feel like that's something Landon would do though.
Yeah, for sure.
It
is nice though. I feel like I can't hit that hitbox, man, even when I try. Doesn't it, if you buffer short hop nair, doesn't it just hit before you land? You have to fast, that makes sense. Oh. I'll keep that in mind for my terrible tertiary Clairen.
Hey, ranked ain't ready for that.
That's true. Clairen, I don't know. Clairen is a character that, you know, you kind of get out what you put in. Like, as much as people talk about, like, or at least used to talk about Clairen being ridiculous, I do feel like she's just, I don't know. Like, the shit you see Landon do, you don't just do that.
No, I agree. I think, the thing that's hard about this game, too, is, like, at a certain level, like, yeah, there are some characters that are easier than others, but I think at the level these two are at,
yeah,
every character is difficult.
100%. And it's, yeah, it's
the game is just hard, right? Like,
yeah.
You're playing a hard game, and you're playing a, like, both of these characters are pretty execution heavy at the level they're at, too,
100%.
where it's like I feel like every time I watch these two play, I just have to appreciate what's going on, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's, you know, like, we live in a region where a dude playing Piranha Plant was and is one of our top players.
True, that's true.
So, like, Minnesota is not the place to come and complain about your character.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And the other thing, too, is just that, like, while there are, maybe we'd be singing a different tune. I've heard after the recent patch that Zetterburn is quite good.
He's pretty good.
But
a good character.
Yeah. So
are we I was complaining about Zetterburn. Complaining about someone else's character is a different game.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot. There's quite a bit of that, and I think that's an accepted part of it, right? But
yeah, that's like FGC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, those nairs are so aggressive.
Oh my god. Ah, yeah.
Ooh, beautiful.
Nice.
Kind of covered
wow,
everything.
you lived that? That's ridiculous.
Ooh, oh my!
That is ridiculous.
That?
That is ridiculous. Hunter just put together. You ever watch that video of the dudes playing that like game that they made up with all the toys?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's like a dude in a Luigi costume with like Superman. That was that.
100%. He's gonna tower.
There. Yeah, he's gonna tower.
Kind of an amateur's
he can
move.
spin it. Oh, he can spin it.
Hit him with the diffusal. That's the counterplay you need.
He can sign it. This is a known end game.
Is Hunter Landon a solved game?
Well, I think it depends on if Hunter wins the set.
Yeah, that's true. Landon's fighting for the future of the theory of the matchup. That's a book move.
It is, yeah. hook move is crazy.
Yeah, Hunter's on fire this game, man.
Oh.
With the Landon factor.
Yeah, and I think that kind of aggressive play just shows, like, yeah, we're... Like, Landon knows that they're down. They know we're going to need... They're going to need a lot to go right to win this one, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
I don't know when this changed, but, like, I don't know where the momentum shifted in this set or what happened, really. But Hunter just started, like, rolling all of a sudden in this game.
And he's, like making up new moves.
Landon had been... Oh, God. He loves going for this double wrap stuff.
Yeah, which honestly, I mean, it's interesting. It's just so ambiguous, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you could, like, just take the strong and, like, get the positioning. But there's just something so scary about being forced into those situations by Maypul.
Oh, my God. This is cannot wait for Hunter to get 700 likes on that second stock clip.
Oh, 100%.
That's gonna be ridiculous.
And I'm gonna be one of them, man. I'll make a neutral. I'll make a Twitter account again to like that clip.
I'll relog back in to like it.
Yeah.
I'm logged. I don't even have it on my phone anymore.
I gotta go on like the Inkwell account that I still have whenever I want to check a tweet, man.
Nice.
It's like, you know, like that part of Black Panther where like T'Challa like appears in the savannah and like his ancestors are there.
Yeah.
I feel like Hunter did that between games 3 and 4.
So you're telling me like he had a chat with like Avatar Roku?
Yes.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched that show like 4 years ago, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Hunter, he's like T'Challa in a way.
See, now we're going somewhere I don't like
but
again.
That's literally what we were just talking about.
No, I know, but like, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you speak your piece.
It's just he's, you know.
Saying you know is ridiculous, by the way.
I mean, it's a vibistic thing.
A vibistic thing. I mean, I guess.
We were literally just talking about does Hunter have aura, and then I compare him to Black Panther, and you're like, I don't know.
No, okay, well,
if anything,
it's a different kind of aura. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? Well, Hunter's not like beating people up in real life. He's beating people up in a game. It's a little different.
Does a psychological beatdown count as a real life beatdown? Excellent BI, by the way.
That's... I'm going to have to, like, sleep on that, I think. That's a lot.
That's probably the safest answer.
Right.
Yeah, this... I mean, I just realized we're on game 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... We're going a little crazy. Hodojo is a very scrappy stage, especially for these two.
I think that these two pick their stages with the intent to run at the other person, though.
For sure. And I almost feel like they're trying to entertain.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, maybe.
Like, there's a certain amount of practical decision-making happening here, but, like, I think Hunter Landon, like, you know, you got to throw curveballs at each other at this point.
And you can tell that these two are having fun, too, right? Like,
for sure.
Every time the other person hits something crazy, like, they look at each other, you know?
Yeah.
They're having a good time.
Things are looking good for Landon, though. I mean, we were talking about the 2 L's turning into a W, and I'm certainly seeing...
I'm starting to see them come together a little bit here,
yeah. We might be looking at, like, the 23rd letter of the alphabet.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm intimately familiar with that one, as you know.
That's true. That's true, actually. You might have the biggest W.
You know, only one person. Well, I guess Owl has a W in it too. I just realized.
True. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you look at it, because it's a higher percentage of Owl, but Big Will has a certain W aura to it.
It's kind of true. Yeah, it's kind of true.
Yeah, but we might be looking at the reset, man.
It's certainly a possibility here, but both of these players are fully capable of winning from this position, and both of these players have won from this position. I've watched this happen from both sides.
Absolutely.
Like a million times.
Especially, I mean, with these blast zones on Hodojo and the potential for, like, the amount of stuff that Hunter can do with these platforms is really, really scary. Oh, no. Gorgeous down tilt, but he doesn't get the tether follow-up.
And doesn't have the tether now, so not able to go out and finish the stock up.
Yeah, I could feel he wanted it.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
It's so clean, man.
All right, and now, I mean, all of a sudden, right, like, Landon had a big lead. The lead's starting to evaporate. Like, we got to find our opening. Like, you got to start to feel a sense of pressure here.
Yeah, it's almost, we're almost playing like a chip damage kind of game here, where we see Landon, you know, winning neutral a lot, but not winning neutral.
Yeah, we haven't found the clean one yet, and that's really what's been the difference between that could be something here, folks.
Yeah,
Hunter able to stall down there to wait out the forward smash, but
yeah, kind of an interesting forward smash to see from Landon. Ooh, oh my God. Great usage of I forgot the plant's name, man.
Lily.
Lily, great usage.
There you go.
There. It's free. Yeah, we see Landon just wanting to close things out here.
Oh,
We might get it.
Not quite,
Oh
not
my
quite.
God.
Oh God, and Hunter has one last lease on life here. Can he make the most of it, folks? Oh my God, Landon's just dash dancing.
Is that? Oh my God,
He actually gets too far. That's crazy.
just outside the spacing, we see the tethered fair. This
No
could be it.
way. Oh my God.
A little bit of spaghetti on the floor. It's looking like an Olive Garden and an earthquake, man. We're at last hit. F tilt. We're off stage.
Oh my gosh. You remember when I said anyone can win from that position?
Oh, we're seeing, yeah, a little bit
We're
of
in a last
panicking.
hit scenario now.
100%. Oop.
Oh
That's it.
my God. What a set. Yeah.
Hunter clutches out the game 5.
Landon was talking earlier during winners finals, like we both got to play better now, and you know I think they both did just play better. That was ridiculous.
That
folks.
was fucking crazy.